Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Hairy Bash cast. It's the third quarterfinal of Hairy Bash number 2, and it's going to be these players once again. So it's the Economist up the top right side of the map, and KingkOng up the top left side of the map. And as you can see by the game duration, it's another quick one. So the only question is KingkOng going to steamroll Economist once again, or is the Economist going to do something fancy, either a perfect counter or his own early play? I really don't know because I haven't cast the game yet, but let's go and start checking it out. We'll have to see exactly what the Economist does differently, and if KingkOng is just going to go for the same tactic or if he's going to try something a little bit different. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, not too much going on so far. I will mention the players in the next semi-final. It is next quarterfinal is going to be Ender versus Soul, and Ender is another extremely top level player. He's right up the top of the Starcraft 2 SEA ranks, and I think they've got a name called OSC. I think Oceanic Starcraft. Yeah, I think it's Oceanic Starcraft points. They changed it at some point. So yeah, very nice. And Ender is one of those really top level players. So it's going to be interesting to see if he makes it into the semi-finals against Soul, who's a bit of an unknown quantity, I guess. I haven't seen him play before, and I don't think he's extremely high on the OSC rank. And I think he's on there, but I don't think he's extremely high. Not up as high as Ender and KingkOng are anyway. Those guys are high. And yes, so we'll see if Ender makes it to the semi-finals, and we will see if KingkOng is there to meet him, or if Economist can turn it around. So he's going, what is he going for again? A factory and a barracks followed up with a reactor. So no change, absolutely no change in his build order for this game. He's deciding not to do anything fancy. He's just going for the same old. Do we have a Reaper? No, we do not. So he's obviously not listening to me, but yeah, we will see. Yeah, alright, so he's going for the same thing. So if KingkOng goes for the same thing, then my guess is the Economist is going to be pretty screwed. But we still don't know what KingkOng is going for yet. He hasn't got a single gas on the way yet. He has got a spine crawler, so maybe he's going something a little bit later sort of tech, just pushing out the workers nice and early. He's 23 over 20. There we go, getting 2 gas. So obviously whatever he's doing is going to be a bit later tech. May still go for roaches. I'm guessing he's not going to go for lings, because if he was going for lings, he would have had a gas way before now, and he would have been starting to get ling speed by now. But lings versus Terrans, very iffy in the early game, because Hellions own them. Marines do a pretty good job against them. They're not all that good versus bunkers. Yeah, lings are a bit iffy. Roaches, on the other hand, very nice, and Terrans have to go for Marauders to really counter them, which is not something you will see a Terran player go for early game as a part of their normal play. It's usually something they go specifically either when their Triple M is getting in full swing, and even then it'll probably be like 1 Marauder per 3 Marines or so, or they'll start to go for it when they need it. So when they're starting to see a load of roaches, they'll start to specifically tech into more Marauders to counter that. So yes, it's going to be interesting. We've got 3 queens over here in the middle of a spine crawler, double Evo chamber, so nothing at all is getting in here. And the fact that there's this high ramp means that the Hellions are not going to get any sort of scout off at all. They haven't even tried, which is interesting. I mean, 7-minute mark, you should honestly be scouting for third bases at this point, because there are going to be third bases all over the place. And both of these players are definitely master level, so I'm not gonna, you know, it's not like if I cast a bronze level game, I say, well, yeah, no, they're at bronze level, so it's okay if they don't do this. Definitely, if you're in master level, scout those third bases, because if there's a third base up at the gold and you don't scout it, then you probably don't deserve to be in Masters level. But there we go, scouting them all out, doesn't see anything, so he's facing a 2-base Zerg at the moment, which is going to leave him a little bit more confident. Actually got some Widow Mines over there. Is he waiting for Mutas to come around from that side? Is that what he was waiting for? Or an Overlord chasing this Overlord? I don't know, but anyway, looks like he was going to build an expansion. Decided to go for a siege tank instead. Which, look at this. Look at this right here. So Mr. KingkOng getting out a ton of roaches. A little bit late. He wanted to save up for that Nidus worm. He wants to do a massive amount of damage, and thwarted though. He was planning on putting a Nidus there, but the Economist has scouted it. This Overlord coming around, maybe going to put a Nidus down there. That would not be a bad idea. The Overlord slowly moving around over here, and we will see if he can make it happen. I do not think the Economist is scouting this area right now, and no, he's not. So he inadvertently, or maybe advertently, blocked this one off, but he's not blocking this one off. Well, there he goes, missile turret. Now, this is where he has to go in, but it's too late. It's just too late. The SCVs were coming across, but no, the roaches are out of the bag. Widow Mine's lifting up, and they're going to be landing down here. One of them gets taken out. The rest managed to burrow, getting some nice hits off on lone roaches, not in the middle of the group. Not going to be able to do too much damage. Where is his ground force? I don't think the Economist actually has one. I think he had maybe 4 or 5 actual little guys. I think he was going mech. Yeah, he seems to want to go mech against this Zerg player, but it does not seem to be working. The roaches once again taking everything out. Widow Mine's going to be burrowed down again, but I think this is going to be it. I think that, there we go. The Economist given the GG, and KingkOng, not only does he want to get to the semi-finals, he wants to get there as soon as possible. In fact, I think in the actual tournament, I think that the Economist and his previous partner for the round of 16 took so long in their games, so long games that KingkOng was actually sitting around for like an hour waiting for them to finish. So as soon as he got the opportunity to play his quarterfinals, he just steamrolled it, absolutely steamrolled it, and went straight on to the semis. So there we go, beautiful job, and we know why KingkOng is at the top of the OSC ladder, because he obviously is one of the best on the ladder. And yes, now we're going to be seeing who his opponent is going to be. Is it going to be the Zerg player Ender, who is also right up the top of the ladder, or is it going to be the relatively unknown Soul, who is a Protoss player? And as much as I think it's probably going to be Ender, who knows, maybe it's going to be Soul. I actually hope it is going to be Soul, because otherwise it's all Zerg in the semi-finals. And for you fans of Protoss like me, that's obviously going to be a little bit disappointing, but whatever. Whatever, man. You can't, you can't change what's happened, so, or what will happen. Or what, it technically has happened, because the tournament was run like a week ago, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow we'll be casting those games, and they will be awesome. So I'll check you guys out then. For now, this has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another one. So stay tuned.